Hello, siblings and fantasy footballers. It is Tuesday, August 19th, and today we're going to go over roster positions. So we're about 3 days away from the draft, and what I want to do is just quickly go over what the team makeups are. Now, this year we are going to be able to do what we tried to do last year with roster maximums to try and stop hoarding. So there will be some maximums on the bench of different numbers of players too. So quarterback, you're going to need one quarterback each week to start. You can only have 2 quarterbacks on your roster. Running backs, you can have 2 starters and 3 in your roster. Wide receivers, you're going to need to start 2 of them, but you can have a maximum of 4 on your roster. Tight ends, you'll need to start 1, but you can have a maximum of 2 on your roster. Kickers, you can have 1, and you can hoard kickers. We don't put a maximum on kickers. Team defenses, you can have 1 team defense and a maximum of 2 on your roster. Defensive linemen, you can have 2 starters and no roster maximum. Linebacker, you can have 2 linebackers and a maximum of 3 on your roster. Defensive backs, you can have 2 on your starters and 2 in your roster. We also have a flex spot, a 1 starter position that can either be a wide receiver or a tight end, which is why you can have 3 of that kind of category on your bench. Your bench is limited to 7 players. So you have to be strategic about who you keep on your bench and who you don't keep on your bench because of bye weeks. And reserve. So if a player gets injured and they get put on injured reserve, you can put them in your reserve. And that does not count against your roster maximum. So you can have 5 quarterbacks on your roster if 3 of them are in injured reserve. So the second that a player comes off of injured reserve, then you won't be able to make any roster moves until you get them out of the reserve. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them downstairs in the comments section, and I will do my best to answer them. If you have, and I will see you guys on Saturday. Oh, and Alex, let it burn.